For those who may not know, my name's Louise Schlatter, and I've been a member of this congregation for a very long time. And it's not just the gray hair. I was actually born into this congregation and was baptized here. I was asked to share with you a little bit about my story, about sharing gifts in this congregation and what it's meant to me. It started, my earliest memories are being paraded up in front of the congregation and being given my very first Bible. We then retreated to Sunday school, where there was this fabulous Sunday school teacher with a felt board. I don't know, anybody remember felt boards? She literally brought the stories of David and Goliath and Zacchaeus to life. She taught us how to pray, she taught us respect, and she taught us giving. We sang, we took turns, and we brought these funny little envelopes full of change that we sort of conned out of our parents to put into an offering basket. As I grew in this congregation, the roles started reversing. I participated in helping to teach Sunday school. I visited shut-ins as part of a group. I sang in the youth and adult choirs and grew in my faith. I got my first job, and the offering plate started carrying a little bit of that money that I was making while I was madly saving for college. In college, I lost touch with this congregation, and in all honesty, I must confess, it was kind of a period of alternating light and dark periods of my faith. I learned that if you don't put yourself into something, you run the risk of it disappearing. If you have a low period of faith, you still can find solace in the church. The church promotes a type of community where you can feel safe, where you can still be yourself. And this was something that helped pull me back into the church as I was coming out of that light and dark period. I had an opportunity to come back to Toledo, and I'm glad I did, but I'm also very surprised. It still surprises me to this day. And as somebody starting early in the career, I didn't have a lot of resources, but what I had time, and I shared that time with the congregation. I was engaged in choir. I was engaged in the praise team. I was involved in mission trips. I chaperoned youth outings. I took pictures. It was something that I could do, and it's something that I could share with my church family. You are my church family. We aren't perfect. This isn't heaven, but you are definitely a gift. As my career started changing, I must confess the time that I spent with congregation became a little bit less. But I was engaged already with Salem Lutheran Church at that time, doing pro bono services as an architect. And one of the first projects that was able to complete was the kitchen that they have enjoyed using down there at Salem. So that's been a lot of fun as well. But as my career expanded, the changes in the church were happening as well. I had been following what I had heard in other temple talks, that the next check you write after your mortgage is your commitment check to hope. I always thought it was very important that we keep our doors open, and I viewed kind of that commitment as my commitment just to that. As we moved into a period of time when we had electronic transfer, which I've been doing for quite some time now, I also found it very freeing. Not only were all my other bills being transferred into electronic means, but by having it automated, and it was something admittedly that I could afford to do at that point in time in my career, it allowed me to start thinking about the other things that spoke to my heart. What else do I want to put my time, money, and heart into? Remember, keeping the things that you think are important alive, and changing the things that need to be changed. Today, other than knocking things off the shelf, I am one of your representatives on Hope's Vision Team, and I'm still thinking that it is just awfully wonderful to be a part of the family of Hope. It's the small groups, I'm looking forward to them coming back, that have helped keep me in touch with my church family. That this is just an amazing, amazing place. I have visited other places, and in fact, one of the things that I did when I was in college is I rotated through a bunch of other churches and found out that there's no place like Hope. It sounds a little bit like the Wizard of Oz, but it's awfully true. So I encourage you to prayerfully consider what it is that your gifts are and what you can share with people in your family here at Hope. Thank you very much.